Hello, it's Griff, and I'm in Humboldt Redwood State Park, because you know I love this place. So if you see behind me, can you guys tell what this is behind me? Looks like a monster, huh? Looks like a tree monster. It's a root wad. Let me walk out farther, see if you can see it. It's a big, giant root wad, because redwoods' roots are really shallow. But I'm not here to talk about redwoods today. I'm actually in a really busy part of the park, so you might see people walk by and they'll think I'm crazy, but that would be the first time someone thought I was crazy, so it's fine. But the reason why I'm out here in this super busy part of the park is because I'm so proud of people. This is a really busy part of the park, and that's why you're looking and you're like, there's a lot of vegetation on the ground. No, there's really not, because people go off trail here all the time. So in most parts of the park, in the redwoods, anyways, the floor is carpeted with plants, but people walk around here and they smash them a lot. And it's not because they're horrible people, it's just because they're exploring, and this is kind of like the sacrifice zone. But there's this flower, because this is flower season, okay? So there's like flowers around here, and I thought for sure that people would pick this one, and they didn't. And I'm so happy, because this is the early bloomers are coming out. So this is I almost said fetid adder's tongue, but that was 3 weeks ago. I talked about that. This is trillium, and this is western trillium, and I can tell because it has a little peduncle right there. See that stem the flowers on? It's called a peduncle. And this is trillium ovatum, or wake robin. And if you see a poster of like the redwoods, this flower is always on it, even though they only bloom for a short period in late winter, early spring, and then pretty much die back and go underground and live under the ground for years and years. In fact, they can be 7 to 15 years old before they flower, which is very important to know, so you don't pick them. Picking wildflowers, I don't understand picking wildflowers, because, I don't know, flowers are sexual organs. They're reproductive organs. And so you're cutting off another organism's reproductive organs and then giving them to someone who you love or you're attracted to or you're trying to like get a date on Valentine's with. If someone brought me a bouquet of severed reproductive organs, I'd be like, oh, this is a grim harbinger of what this relationship could possibly be like. Can you imagine if someone brought you like horse reproductive organs in a bouquet? Oh, you'd be like, no, I don't know, I don't understand it. But if you want to give flowers to someone, buy the already cut, the ones that were grown for that purpose, because they'll last in the vase longer. There wasn't things depending on them, when they're grown to be cut. So buy them. Don't come out and pick them. Besides, wildflowers don't last very long. This trillium probably wouldn't even be pretty by the time you got it home. So don't pick wildflowers. 7 to 15 years, folks, before this blooms. And then there's a lot of animals that depend on this. So you can see someone's been eating some little bird food has been eating its petal. Insects are bird food, has been eating the petal. This is like closely related to lilies, but it's not in the lily family. And you could tell because things are in 3s and 6s. So there's 3 petals and 6 stigma and 3 stamens, a male part, and then 3 leaves. So it's trillium, also called wake robin because it comes awake the same time the robins arrive. So these are really cool in that they get pollinated by bumblebees, beetles, moths pollinate these. There's a moth that lays its eggs and its larvae eat the leaves of this plant, and those caterpillars in turn become food for bird parents to feed their babies. And remember that insects don't lay their eggs on any plant. They're usually 95% of insects have certain plants they can lay their eggs on and their babies can eat. Think monarch milkweed relationship. That relationship extends to most insects. Like there's certain plants they evolved with, okay, that they eat. So don't pick these. And then also herbivores, like a lot of deers and stuff, eat the flowers. And then the seeds, kind of like the fetid adder's tongue, which I talked about a few weeks ago, the seeds have an elaiosome on it. So it's a little sticky, sugary, sappy part on the seed. And the seed pod lands on the ground and it busts open and the ants smell that and they get it and they take it back and they eat that elaiosome, that sticky part on the seed. Looks like a little drop of sap on the seed. They eat that and they can't eat the seed because the seed case is too hard, so they throw it in their trash and then the trillium grows out of there. So everywhere you see a trillium was probably once an ant trash can. Okay, So a beautiful flower. Lots of things depend on it. Please don't pick it. And if you want to like show people cool flowers, sorry about that. If you guys want to show people cool flowers, grow them. So if you're in Oregon, Northern California, Washington, in the wet part, you probably have Trillium ovatum and you can grow them in your yard. There's probably a native plant nursery. Get it, good, reputable native plant nursery, not just like some big box retail. So that you can make sure you get the right subspecies and everything. Like talk to your state's native plant society or something. But if you grow that, and then it blooms for a short while, you can invite very special people to come see it. So you can be like, I invited you here to see my Trillium plant. I only show special people who I like. And then if they go, it means you made them uncomfortable and back away from it and see like, oh, people like my mom and my first grade teacher and other plant friends. So you don't wear them out too much. But don't pick it. And then you can also, and if you live in California, go to calscape.org and you can find good plants to plants that attract insects, because insects are bird food. Okay, they're like it's native plants. If you want to help save nature, you want to help the environment, plant native plants. Even if all you have is a porch, put 3 or 4 pots out there, put 3 or 4 or 5 milkweeds out there. Check, cool, you're doing something. Okay, any space you have, works, place of worship, workplace, wherever, plant native plants is the best way to help animals. Seriously, planting plants is the best way to help animals because everything's connected. So calscape.org if you're in California. Native Plant Finder. Just put Native Plant Finder, press search. You can put in your zip code once it comes up, and it'll tell you what's native to your zip code. It doesn't work so well for California because we're super diverse lands. One county could have 7 different habitat types or more. So, but the rest of the country, Native Plant Finder works really well. And then you can find the plants. And you can also find the butterflies that lay their eggs on them. So you can look and see if you plant this plant, you'll get this beautiful butterfly. No one's mad at butterflies in your yard. No one's going to come over and be like, I thought we could be friends, but there's too many butterflies in your yard. No one's ever going to say that to you. Okay? All right. So I got something I want to remember to tell you guys. On my Humboldt Redwood State Park page, at the end of the month, I'm going to be doing an interview with the Wassermans who wrote, Laura and James Wasserman, at 10 o'clock last Saturday, March 27th. They wrote, this is probably mirror form, but it's Who Saved the Redwoods? And it's about the women's groups who saved the redwoods. It's like an unknown but very impactful history. Also, if you want to learn more about how you can save plants in your own space, I know this is a mirror form, but it's called Nature's Best Hope by Doug Ptolemy. Nature's Best Hope by Doug Ptolemy. If I was a multimillionaire, I'd buy everyone a book. This book, Nature's Best Hope by Doug Ptolemy, because it's gonna be one of the books like Rachel Carson's Silent Spring. It's going to be Sand County Almanac. This is a very, very helpful book, and it can help us learn how to save the world, the whole entire world as we know it. All right, thank you very much. If this was helpful, please share it to your friends. Thank you for following my page. Thank you for being nice to each other in the comment sections. I can't stand when people are mean to each other in the comment section. It's just laziness, like the laugh emoji because someone makes a point you don't agree with. Just because someone doesn't agree with you doesn't mean you should be mean to them. I don't understand people. But I'm glad that you don't understand either because y'all don't do that on this page. Thank you very much. All right, plant native plants. Say goodbye to the Trillium, and I'm going to let y'all go. Bye, Trillium. You're so cute. Mwah.